Woo, honey child. How y'all doing? Hey, it's your girl, MissP. Yes, same thing. I thought I was done with what you say happened. Now, honey, we gonna keep it rolling. Some more stuff has popped up. And I said, I gotta talk about it. I gotta continue talking about this. Make sure y'all go ahead and like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and follow your girl on social media at MissTP90. And do not forget to listen to my podcast, Another Word with MissP. So yeah, we just gonna keep it rolling. Make sure you get your comments in down below. Let me know your thoughts about these topics. And yeah, let's go on and get into it. The first thing I wanna hit on is DL Hughley and Monique are still going at it. They don't have nothing else to do. I'm so confused. What happened is Monique recently posted a video, and her husband, of course, was singing in the background. She was hitting on, her and DL Hughley's friendship. Then she went in and talked about what type of demons that DL Hughley is dealing with, that he couldn't stand up to the predator of his child. I was like, ooh, whoa, ma'am, you going bike. His daughter saw the video just like everybody and made a post on Instagram, and I'm just gonna do like a little paraphrase of what she said because you can pull it up on your own. She's basically said, you're bringing up trauma for a concert lineup discrepancy. You chose to be deliberately mean to two Black women who have nothing to do with this conversation. Using my mama and my sister to show people my father's character only shows how little mental stability, dignity, morality, and respect you have not only for yourself, but other Black women. You are adding to the historical and systematic disrespect and trauma of other Black women who you claim to love. We are healed and we are whole. First of all, I had to give a round of applause for her comment, because the way she just put that together, had some shade sprinkled in, it was everything. I was here for it. But I have to say, all of this has gone too far. I didn't watch the whole video because I just didn't want to. But what does that trauma and what that family has gone through and the daughter's history have to do with y'all, ma'am? You and DL Hughley. I'm very confused by that. I absolutely, like I said, loved what his eldest daughter, Ryan Shepherd, said on Instagram. And as I have stated before, when you come to a comedy show, because we've talked about this already, when I go to a comedy show, I want to go to have a great time. I mean, there's truth in jokes, but some truth we don't need to know about, especially when it comes down to contracts, your behind the scenes, how upset you are. We didn't need to know all that. And all of this, including DL Hughley, has been too much. And this should have been between them, not their family. DL Hughley, from what I understand, has publicly, talked about the past of not believing his daughter and telling others to do better than he did. Because I did watch today, he actually posted on his show and talked about it, basically saying, keep my kids' name out of your mouth. You're despicable, you and your husband. I was like, oh my God, why are we bringing this back up? And this whole thing is so unfortunate. I mean, I hate to see these entertainers arguing, and this is the topic of discussion, y'all going back and forth. It's pitiful. And why couldn't they just talk this out? I'm very confused. Monique, she's been trying to come back, but this just ain't the way. It seemed like every time she come back, it's some mess. And it's really a snowball, and you can't keep up with it. And this is really hurting her more than him, because of course the culture that we're in, I feel like both of them are in the wrong. Both of them said some crazy shit. Both of them go below the belt. Both of them go toe to toe. Where is the promoter at? Who is the promoter? That's who y'all need to be mad at collectively, okay? Not each other. Will I continue talking about this? Hopefully not. Hopefully after this week, we are done with DL Hughley and Monique, okay? Because it's exhausting. Speaking of beef that I am glad and hope is over is Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. I did not talk about them because it was just too much and it was snowballing, and I knew eventually we would be done with it. But Johnny Depp has won the defamation case against his ex-wife, Amber Heard. Now, I popped in here and there with the case. Every time I watch cases on TV, I feel like I'm intruding on stuff. I don't know, especially with how all the news outlets were overanalyzing every single thing. It made my eyes roll. I couldn't even pay attention half the time, especially when it looked like Amber was, taking a sniff of the cocoa. But the aha was she was taking a pill. But my thing was, why are you doing that on the stand, girl? Can't you say I got to use the bathroom real quick? Personally, that's when I was like, I got to go. This is too much. I couldn't imagine, while I was watching this here and there and hearing various things with them, I couldn't imagine how they were actually married or in a relationship. Either way, from what I saw, both of them had some issues. I'm never downplaying the allegations of the verbal or physical abuse because, honey, we weren't there. But there is no way someone is going to pay someone else, okay, and have them sign an NDA after a divorce if nothing happened. My divorce. But there is also no way someone is going to have a case televised and brought back to court if they didn't want their name cleared. My divorce, okay? This is why I said they were both toxic for each other. I mean, I don't care who you are and what type of money you made. Some folks just can't be together. And unfortunately, not saying unfortunately they have children, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. Unfortunately, they do have to co-parent. But if y'all can't even be cordial and figure that shit out, how does the co-parenting work? See, that's what I mean by sometimes people just, you should not be together. A lot of times people love to push people together when you should not be. And the aha is they missing out on some coins as actors due to this mess. They make their living acting, okay? And in this courthouse, y'all are acting. It was a lot. Nobody won in the end. Even though it says Johnny Depp won, didn't nobody win. It was a bunch of money slinging back and forth. It was trying to clear your name. It was just a lot going on. I don't know. It was exhausting. I can't imagine. Like, just exhausting. So I'm glad that it is over with because I was tired of seeing them in the news. Next up, speaking of things that are wrapping up, The Real, the talk show. This is our time. This is our time. The Real. It's wrapped up. 8 seasons and it is officially over. They had their farewell episode. And one of the hosts, Amanda Seales, was not mentioned in the farewell episode. And I really had to think back and go, wait, she was a co-host in 2020. I mean, she quit The Real after 6 months. And to be honest, the chemistry just wasn't there when Amanda was a part of it. Because I remember Tamara was still up there. All of them. Except for Tamar. And then here comes, it just, it didn't work. I didn't see it. And some of the celebs came out in support of her post on Instagram in the comments, including Holly Robinson Peete, basically saying, I know the feeling, honey. Because you remember she was let go from The Talk after 1 season. And The Talk is still going on. I'm like, damn, Gina, they've been on the network for 50 million years. Yvette Nicole Brown commented, and she said, everyone who contributed to the success of the show should be celebrated. Now, I definitely do agree. It is the finale episode. It wouldn't have taken but a few minutes to do a little montage of Amanda, but these producers can be super petty, but she didn't really leave on the best terms with them. So, I mean, they could really do what they wanted to do. You really cannot expect a lavish finale montage recognition when, I mean, you didn't have a red carpet exit. I mean, why would you want to be included when you didn't really want to be there to begin with? Like, I was a little confused by that. Like, I get the shade, like, oh my God, they didn't have me up there. But at the same time, were you surprised? I don't know. I feel like, think of your job, for instance. Should you be invited to the Christmas party if you quit your job that fall? No, you're not going to come back to get your award. They're not going to call you and say, hey, come on through. We're still going to give you your pin. No, you're not invited, sweetie. That's just how that goes. And personally, I feel like everything is taken out of proportion with the culture that we're in. And Amanda has never been one to back down. I mean, watch her social media, never at all. Everybody loves when someone is opinionated until it happens on daytime TV. Okay, that's the biggest thing. You can be opinionated, but to a certain extent on daytime television. That's just how it goes. Everybody know that. And I can appreciate Amanda Seales' commentary, I mean, on her social media and her podcast. But I have to say, that platform, aka The Real, I mean, it wasn't the place for her, especially if she had to be watered down and politically correct, because that just isn't her. And it never will be at the end of the day. And that's okay. And that is why she left. Okay. I enjoyed The Real, to be honest, but it wasn't the same for me after Tamar left. I mean, they had the guest here and there. It was still funny. I still watched. But after Tamar left, it just wasn't the glue. Even when Fancy came on, it was cute here and there. But I still, the initial, I'm going to miss that. It just worked and it made sense. And I feel like there's never going to be another, cast like that. It just won't. But kudos to 8 seasons. A lot of these shows, they don't go for 8 seasons. I can't believe it. That's a record for me, because I really thought after the pandemic that they were going to be axed, because a lot of these shows, they were trying to hold on and figure it out. Even shows like Rachel Ray still on. She's still in her house doing her show, honey. Her and her husband. I was flipping through the other day and I said, oh my God, they at the house? What in the world? A lot of these shows, just like The View, a lot of these shows, they keep going on. Wendy Wood, they were trying to hold on, honey. They have hosts right now for Wendy Williams. And I'm sitting here like, oh my God, like they are holding on. So for them to have this show for that long, it's amazing, but I'm still confused as to why they axed it. Was it numbers? Well, it had to be numbers. And granted, I don't know. Maybe it was contracts. I don't know. I'm not sure. Those were my topics. Make sure you comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If there's anything you want me to hit on, you know how to get in contact with me. And we'll see y'all on another video. Peace, love, and all that good stuff. God bless. Bye.